Welcome to the Dole Edge, a podcast where we talk about questions where the answers don't matter. I'm Shay.
And I'm Bobby.
And
we're talking about Star Wars today.
Okay, so let me ask the first question.
Okay, go.
Are you a fan or not a fan?
Okay, I'm a fan.
You're a fan. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
This is going to be great.
I saw this on the list that Shay brought up, and she said she didn't like them, and I was like,
I do not understand the hype.
Why?
Why?
Because I can see, why if you're not, freaking, oh my gosh,
Uber fan.
That's fine, but do you, have you seen all of them?
I've seen all of the movies, and I've watched some of the games played. I haven't played them myself, but I've watched some of the games played, so I get some of the stories of the...
Okay.
I don't know what you call the extended universe.
Yeah, the other canon stuff or whatever. I don't even know what's
seen a few episodes of Clone Wars.
Okay.
I haven't watched any of the new series that are coming out. I didn't watch Solo.
Okay.
I did see Rogue One.
Okay.
So that's about where I am. I haven't seen all of it.
So you've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you seen 7, 8, 9?
Yes, with Rey and Kylo Ren and all that. Yeah. The only reason I saw those three though is because
did you like a boy?
No.
Just kidding. Is that a reference to to a different podcast?
No, I'm married. So my husband's company paid for us to go see them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
For company holiday or something like that. Yeah. So that's why I saw those.
Okay.
I'm not gonna turn down a free movie and a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah,
absolutely,
really,
I'll go see it.
The popcorn's worth it.
I know.
I mean, the movie too, but I like it. I'm not that person that's like, oh my gosh, I just watched a few years ago all of them, and since then, because I have friends that really like them, and ever since, and I've cosplayed as Rey and whatever, and I like them. I like this in all of them, but I like when you have a story and then you hear a different story and it connects. One person from this story connects to this story, and I'm like, oh,
there they are.
That's the guy from the other one.
I don't care at all.
Oh my gosh, see, and I'm like, when they come
I call
in,
that spider novels.
Oh my gosh. Well, just when people will be like, oh, and Lando Calrissian, and I'm like, oh,
that's the guy.
That guy's in the other movie. We know him. Oh my gosh. When Solo came out, and I kind of like Solo. I know some people are like, eh. But when they're going along and you're like, oh my gosh, Chewbacca. Yes, look, that's where he came from.
No.
Whatever sort of stuff. You don't like any of that. You don't like any, nothing. When I hear about other planets, I listen to the books as well. There's other books and they'll talk about planets, and I'm like, I know what that planet looks like,
right?
Whatever, and I'm like, oh,
no,
I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
I don't get my joy out of connections like that.
You
at
don't?
All. No, not at all.
Gosh. And you don't like the lightsabers in the most basic way. You don't like the Force. You don't like any of that. None of that intrigues you at all.
The only things, and I would actually conjecture that this is the reason why Star Wars survived. Are the only two things that are even remotely interesting in the entire universe are lightsabers and the Force. That's it. The characters are so boring and so juvenile. They're written by 12-year-olds, I swear.
Oh my god.
There's no depth to any of them. You find one person in there that has depth.
Sand,
Because it's itchy and scratchy and gets everywhere, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
I should know that line.
Oh
but
my
no,
gosh.
It's just they have no personalities.
So you don't like any, and there's no character you're like, I like that one. There's none. There's no character that you're not like, man, that Padme, she's freaking sick.
Okay, beautiful costuming though.
Oh,
let's acknowledge the costuming.
Her
Holy
costume,
crap.
amazing.
That was so, and the hair.
Oh my gosh, that happened in the book where they were they had Leia went to now I'm gonna just wherever Padme was from. I'm blanking on Naboo.
Oh, see,
and see,
I don't like that I know that answer. Go ahead.
And I hate that I couldn't pull that out of my bum. And they went there and put on the dress, and she's like the fact that I knew that her mom came from there was like, ooh.
You're so funny. I don't care at all.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't like anybody in there. There's nobody you're like, if you had to pick a favorite person, who would you pick? Where you're like, sounds okay. Hope that one doesn't die. Nothing.
Hope that one doesn't die.
It's a war. A lot of it is a war.
I know.
Not Chewbacca. Not like
no, he's a big walking rug. That's what Leia calls him. I was just gonna say Leah. Oh, don't do that.
no.
The Star Wars fans will come for you.
Yeah.
No, no,
Nobody? You don't like Han Solo?
no.
Nobody?
I'll tell you what I was annoyed by with some of their character development is that it was like anti-development, and I didn't like that at all. But like Kylo Ren was actually sort of interesting for like
I like
8 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And then he wasn't interesting anymore.
Okay. Was the 8 seconds when he was throwing a tantrum, or
no? So
like
he was
when he decided he liked Rey, or
no, because like he was actually progressing towards trying to make an actual choice about being good and bad, and then it was like love conquers all.
Oh yeah,
and you're like, no, that's no,
yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Cause see, I was on team Finn and Rey, and then that Chinese girl
Oh,
or Asian girl. Sorry, I don't mean to whatever, but that other girl came up in here, and I was like, you can just
go. I know that one didn't make any sense.
No, and then when she died, it was kind of like when Dobby died, and I was like,
oh, she died. The Asian girl died.
I think she did, didn't she? If she didn't, I'm gonna keep pretending. I'm gonna keep telling her that she died.
I forgot that she even existed. Actually,
I think she went out in one of those things in the red sand, and then or something, or she died. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, but she kissed that dude, right?
I think she might have.
Anyway, I don't remember. But
anyways,
yeah. So I love the lightsabers though, and I can totally see the brilliance behind the merchandising for the lightsaber. Like that is a genius move on whoever created this. That so Lucas? Smart. Well, no, I mean the people who are selling it.
Disney.
Oh yeah, they own it now, right?
They do.
Okay. Oh man, they didn't when I was growing up. No, they didn't own it when I was growing up.
Lucasfilms.
Yeah, them. Okay, yeah, but the lightsaber's genius, and of course, I love swords. So like obviously. Glowing sword, absolutely so cool. And then the force, like the force is interesting and it's cool, but it's both at the same time too powerful and not powerful enough.
Yeah,
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
It bothers me. It's like, oh, look, I can stop this lightsaber with my hand. Oh, look, I can pull this ship out of the sky. Oh, but when I need it to do this really important thing, oh, no, now it suddenly can't. And you're like, what's wrong with you? Did your force battery run out? Like, what happened?
What if it just runs off your emotions? Like, you know when you're supposed to do something, like, you know when you're like, and then you can't cut the wires and the bomb explodes?
Then they need to explain that in the universe, and they never do. You're just like, oh, look, she's like pulling the ship out of the sky, and Chewbacca's gonna blow up or whatever.
Falls on your kid, and you're like, I'm a mom. You know, Rocket Man. That's a thing. Isn't that what that is?
Rocket Man?
I don't know. Have you ever seen that movie? It's like super old, where the thing, and he's like, pretend I'm your mom. You call me mom, and he's like, Mama, no more. Mama.
No,
and then he's like, I can help you, son. And he, okay, just
I don't remember.
Now I feel like a fool.
I'll have to look it up. I thought you were talking about like the movie that had the Nazis in it. Oh, look at us. We've got Star Wars and Nazis in the same podcast. Oh, man.
What the freak?
That's fantastic.
Oh, my God.
No, did you remember this movie? You might be too young.
I don't watch Nazi movies.
No, I don't watch Nazi movies either. Who watches that? We're going to get canceled now.
Oh, my God.
No, but there's this movie from... It was a comic book. It was a comic book forever ago. And it's about this, he's an American aviator, and he just flies like stunt shows, right?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, this experimental rocket ends up in his airplane, and he's like, what's this cool thing? And so he straps it on his back, and he flies, and it's so cool. And he and his best sidekick buddy, who can fix anything, because that's how the universe works apparently. Sure. A mechanic can clearly work on an airplane and an experimental rocket at the same time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, but they together decide to fight injustice and save the girl, the damsel in distress type stuff. It was such a cute movie, even if it was a damsel in distress movie, which I hate. But it's okay.
Okay, all right. No, sorry.
Damsels can rescue themselves.
Oh my gosh, never mind.
We'll have to talk about that later.
I was going to say, I have a different podcast that I'm going to talk about a book, and you'll have to see what happens if this guy pinches us off, so help me.
All right. But yeah, so that's me. I don't get the hype of Star Wars at all. And the whole costumes, people that go and spend thousands of dollars on these costumes.
The robes I don't get. Make those at home with your own.
Yeah.
Hire someone to make you a robe for way less money than whatever. Do not buy
the multi-$1,000 Jedi robes.
Yeah.
Why?
I get it on the swords because so you can hit each other and stuff like that.
It has to be combat ready. Yeah,
but like the costumes are so like a lot of them you can make pajama bottoms for the
Well, I
basic
know.
like that's for my Rey costume.
Mm-hmm.
It probably cost me $30,
See,
and
yeah,
like it, I think it looks pretty okay.
but like those people that are in the LARPs for Star Wars and they buy like stormtrooper
Oh yeah,
stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
dude. I shouldn't say because I have a buddy that is awesome, and he put together. Dude, okay, let me tell
Okay,
you.
tell me. Tell me.
So I have this cool friend that he dresses as Darth Vader, right? And he
Okay.
goes to like charity events, and he does
Oh, so he has a purpose.
and
Okay.
he'll do Comic-Con, and he'll do pictures with people to get money for charity and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
he's awesome. And there's like uh I don't even know
Helmet.
like an organization
Oh yeah.
where they are like, he was telling me how your cloak has to be certain things. It has to be black. It can't
Mm-hmm.
be slightly purple. It can't be sun faded too much. It can't be blah blah blah. Like it is so like
Regulated.
yeah. So if you're gonna do it, and they have like people that you can like coordinate with. So if you want to go out and someone's like, for my wedding, I would like you to bring a Darth Vader, but I also want stormtroopers. You can like do that.
Uh-huh.
And it's crazy because they like have you be like up to a certain standard
Yeah, you have to have
of
a code.
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
Santa Clauses, small Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
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 It's like a whole racket.
Yeah. And a whole thing, which is awesome. But also like, yeah.
Okay,
But
it's cool. Like it's cool. Like I can
yeah.
it's good for
No,
them. But I'm like, why?
yeah.
Why? Darth Vader was the bad guy. That's the other thing, is like
Yeah,
everybody
but
wants to dress up as stormtroopers.
that's
I'm like,
because
they're the
friggin'
bad guys.
yeah, but still.
No.
It's the see, I would dress up as a stormtrooper because I'm that person that's always like, I want a group costume. And if that means I gotta be background guy number 4, I will be that guy.
No, that's so
I
funny to
don't
me.
care.
No.
I'll do with that. Yeah, no, I think there's a purpose, and if it's for that, I think you should spend money. But if it's just you having a good time, then there's a
Yeah.
threshold that I think you should like not pass.
Don't yeah.
I don't know
Please
on
pay
that.
your rent.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't
Make sure
buy the
you eat
costume
and
first. Yeah,
stuff.
make sure you eat. Pay your taxes. Well,
Pay your taxes.
maybe pay your taxes. I don't know.
We're not for the
No.
government. We're not against the government. We're not doing anything. We're sidestepping right
We
now.
don't want to be political at all.
Anyways, so I don't know. I like them. I think they're cool. I think learning about all this stuff that you're like, what is that for?
I am
And they're like,
shaking
oh,
my
that's
head.
for this.
Nope. Nope.
Because we'll watch and I'll be like, what do you think those buttons are for on the wall?
Oh my
And my
word.
mom will be like, I don't freaking know.
They're
And I'll
not
be
there
like,
for anything.
and I'm like, why are they in the middle of the wall? You can't tell me those are light switches because that means you have to wander
clearly
in.
climate control. They're clearly
You
climate
think
control.
so?
Absolutely, every time.
Oh
Climate
my
control or
gosh.
garbage compactors every time.
Every time.
Every time.
We have a garbage compactor at my work, and every time I have to stick the pole in to like in there, every time I think of the Star Wars thing. Oh, no one's dead in there.
No one's dead in there. Oh, that'd be the worst if you saw someone.
What the?
The most traumatic thing
Oh
ever.
my god!
You'd have to write a book about it.
If I saw someone trash compacted, I wouldn't write a book. I would go into hiding and wipe my brain.
You'd have to write a book about it. You'd have to.
The book would be like a picture book, and not
No,
even like that.
gross.
No, it'd be like that length where you're like, and I opened the door, and they died, and I closed the door and called the police, and that would be it. I wouldn't be like, so in this day, I woke up and brushed my teeth. No, it would be like 2 pages of like, oh, F, 911, bad blood everywhere.
Gross,
like,
gross,
no.
gross.
Anyways,
no.
Yeah. I had to do that once where I had to get onto the top and like on that direction instead of just throwing it in the hole. And the whole time I was like, don't drop my glasses in. Don't drop my earbud in. Don't.
They will never come back if you do.
And I'm like, oh, freak. Anyways, Star Wars.
I do not get the hype.
Oh my gosh. That's nuts. That's crazy. Really though, last question. There's nothing about it that you're like, I love that or I love that person. There's nothing. There's nobody that you...
I feel like in my existence, if Star Wars were to suddenly cease existing, it would have zero impact on my life.
Okay. I lied. One more question. Okay. If you had to have a lightsaber, what color would you pick?
Green every time.
Why? That was just because green's your deal?
Green's my deal. I love green. I don't even know what they mean.
I was going to say, I was going to say yellow because yellow is... I'm that hipster, so I'm like...
Right,
but not because of Rey. I'm not picking yellow because of Rey, so don't come at me, all of you people that hate Rey. I'm picking yellow because I like yellow, and it's just enough that I'm unique, but I'm not to the unique of Samuel L. Jackson. Because I cannot be the same as that guy. He is way 1,000 times cooler than I am. So we're just gonna go with yellow.
Just go with yellow. So you guys need to tell us in the comments what our colors mean and what it says about us.
Yeah, if we're awful, awful people. I think both of us are good.
If we have that color?
I think so. I don't know. But then I'm like, I think if you have red or black,
you're bad. I didn't know there were black lightsabers. Guess who needs to start paying attention? I don't
know if anybody has ever used one in a movie, because I think it's all the standard: the blue, the green, the red, and then the one purple, and then the yellow the one time.
Right. That's okay. The Star Wars fans will come at us now.
They'll tell us.
They'll tell us. They'll let us know.
You guys got it. We know you got us.
Okay. Final statement though. Final statement for the Star Wars people.
Okay, go.
I love you. You're fantastic. Please keep the world turning. You're great.
Yeah. She doesn't hate you.
I don't hate you.
She just isn't a fan.
Yep. You're wonderful. Please continue.
Please follow us. Please do not hate us.
Post your pictures because I will actually enjoy looking at your pictures.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be cool to see if you guys have costumes or something.
Yep.
And yeah,
I'll say nice things about your costumes.
Yes, I will because I appreciate it. Just don't ruin your lives with spending too much money on them.
We love everybody, and the answers to these questions don't matter.
Yeah. Remember this. Anyways, let us know all your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to just go ham with it. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.